Let's talk about the job market real quick. Behind rise in unemployment, job market is really strong. This is a Wall Street Journal story, and there's two stories back to back. I'll read both of them here for you on what's going on with the job market. So, unemployment rate increased to 3.7% from 3.4% in May, but the numbers of job search indicating a strong job market. The household survey, which determines the unemployment rate, showed a decline in employment, but when adjusted to payroll definition, household employment actually increased by 394,000. Wages remain firm with a slight deceleration in overall wages in May, but wages for non-management employees rose by 0.5% over the past 3 months. Both overall wages and non-management earnings continue to grow at a rate that showed no sign of deceleration, which may unsettle the Federal Reserve. Healthcare, government, and you know what that means, right? That means interest rates are about to increase. Healthcare, government, professional sectors added the most jobs, while the information sector experienced a decline, possibly due to a writer's strike. And then this leads to the next story. U.S. job openings rose in April, reversing 3-month decline. U.S. job openings rose in April, reversing 3-month job decline, indicating strong employer demand despite a gradual slowing economy. The Labor Department reported a seasonally adjusted 10.1 million jobs in April, up from 9.7 million jobs. Layoffs decreased to 1.6 million in April, further highlighting a solid labor market. While job openings have declined from the record high of 12 million in March of 2022, they still outnumber the 5.7 million actively seeking in April. Various sectors experienced changes in job openings, with increases seen in retail, warehouses, healthcare, and transportation, while declines were observed in factories, real estate firms, and state local governments. The number of workers quitting their jobs held steady, indicating confidence in finding new employment opportunities. Tom.
So there's a couple things going on here. And hey, Rob, can you look up this type, Fred initial claims, initial job claims, Fred, and you'll get this blue chart right here.
Fred, not the Fed.
Fred.
Interesting.
Fred.
That's a new one.
There you go. So what's going on here is two things that we need to, there we go, St. Louis. That's it. Let's take a look at this. Watch for the blue line. Oh, there's another chart in there. But what we've got here is initial job claims have suddenly spiked. I don't mean a little.
Tom, can I see that? Go ahead. Keep saying it.
And just look at the blue line on the far left.
Yeah.
And what happens to that blue line? And that came out yesterday. So the initial job claims come out. What is an initial job claim? That's someone after 6 weeks says, I've been unable to find work. I need unemployment assistance, and they get it from their state. So you go to an unemployment office. So those claims are way up. The other one is, Rob, let's just go to show the tweet that I had from Danielle. And what was very interesting going on here, take a look at this. There is the Labor Department made a birth-death adjustment. Whoops. We got this wrong on birth-death. They changed it. And look what they did to their own chart, Pat. Whack. Their chart takes this whack, and Danielle and others came out and said, this is Danielle DiMartino Booth, who's an expert on Fed statistics. If you look at the past 12 months, 37% of the jobs were made by a birth-death adjustment. In other words, they weren't made. So when they say that job creation was up, 37% of those is a data correction, and it is a pure estimate from our government. What's not an estimate from our government is that jobless claims just spiked last week as people are looking for real checks. So if there's real jobs out there and the job growth is up, then why are so many people looking for checks? This is the conflict that's in our labor statistics. We've had people recently that were here on PBD podcast who said, how is it that the government 14 months in a row kept beating the labor stats? Remember that, Pat? Mm-hmm. It's because they make an announcement, they go in the background, they quietly adjust it, and then next week they say, oh, we beat our estimate. So there's a lot of BS going on, and all I got to say is look at the number of people laid off, look at what's going in the housing market, look at the number of initial jobless claims. I don't care about the job creation stats. When I look around my community and I can see people that are in line for unemployment checks and I see what's going on, this is the government, specifically the Biden administration, is creating good news out of statistics. And there's a couple times that they've done some magic spreadsheet work. Look at that spike, Pat.
Jeez.
That was an adjustment that they made in birth deaths. The chart's going this way. No, sorry. It's up here. and you've got experts on this, like Danielle, will come out and say 37% of those jobs are made by a spreadsheet.
Thank you for that breakdown. No, genuinely, that's
awesome.
A little more of the value. Can I add a little tainment to this thing? This other article here, I think is very entertaining. Here, let me just read it real quick. It's basically it's an article from the Insider. It says, "No job, no problem. For some, they call here's a new term, fun employment. Summer after quitting sounds like a perfect job. Fun employment is a term for embracing joblessness as liberating and empowering, prioritizing personal pursuits and self-reflection. It's about enjoying life." Rather than rushing into a new job, the pandemic has shifted perspectives on work and life, leading to burnout and restlessness. Around 28% of laid-off workers plan to take a break before their next job, recognizing the opportunity of self-care and exploration. Those with savings and severance are taking advantage of fun employment summer. They pursue passions, personal growth, and even make career changes, realizing that traditional work may not bring them fulfillment. People want to have that work-life balance. People want to have that fun employment summer. You know, last year it was hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Then before that, I think it was white boy summer.
White boy
Shout out
summer.
to Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
Now it's fun employment summer. Who needs money? We can get money from the government, baby.
Exactly. And let's go back. And can you take us back to your man on the street interview with a young woman that came from New York with that government money to have a fun employment week?
There's a beginning and a middle to end of this fun employment. The beginning is you got a check from the government for $6,000. What are you going to do with that money? I'm going on spring break vacation. I said, oh, they were only giving out $1,800. How'd you get $6,000 or so? She goes, I got dependents, baby. Oh, you got kids? I go, by the way, how much did you spend on this vacation? $6,000. How much money you have left in the account after this trip? I have no money left. Okay. Sounds like that fun employment's going to be coming to an end, and you're going to have what is called unemployment at that point. Then you're going to need to be collecting unemployment checks, and then you need to be back on the government situation again.
And she wasn't.
Fun employment leads to no money after a while.
She was looking for someone to take her to dinner, and you were a cute guy with a microphone.
And Vinny, exactly. That's what happens when these girls collect them fun employment checks. They want some dude out there to start funding their lifestyle. Gentlemen, be very careful.
Ow. Hey, if you enjoyed this short clip, you want to watch the whole thing, click over here. But if you want to make 2023 the beginning of the greatest years of your life, I host a conference once a year. It's called the Vault Conference, where 3,000 CEOs, executive, entrepreneurs from around the world come together to strategize for 3.5 days. This year it's going to be at Miami Diplomat Resort. And the speakers this year is going to be Tom Brady. He'll be there. I'll be interviewing him. Mike Tyson, Will Guidara, the guy that ran 11 Madison in New York. If you run a business, if you're a CEO, entrepreneur, and executive, this is not an event you want to miss out on. Get yourself, your spouse, your business partner, your running mates registered, and I look forward to seeing you there. Click on the link here or see the link in the description, and I hope to spend 3.5 days with you in Miami in August and September. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.